Ariana, the job was very simple for the Washington State Cougars. They want to go back to a bowl game, like you said. They got to win 2 of their last 3 games. They lose 2 more. The offseason is going to be the longest they've had in quite some time. All that starts this afternoon at home against a very tough Stanford Cardinal. But a fantastic start to this game by the Cougars. They look sharp on offense all night. Anthony Gordon to Aesop Winston Jr. turns it up the sideline. Going to dive in over the pylon. It's 6-0 Cougars. And they'd extend that lead. Gordon this time to Tay Martin. He's had kind of a quiet season, but coming on strong of late. In for another touchdown. It's 13-0. How about next possession? Same result. Gordon going to thread the needle to Winston again. It's 19-0 Cougars in the first quarter. Stanford to get their offense going primarily through the air. Davis Mills hits Michael Wilson in the end zone. Cougs, though, with an 8-point lead at the half. In the second, Stanford keeps hitting big plays in their passing game. It's Mills to Simi Fehoko. Cardinal cut the lead down to 3, but the Cougs would answer again. Gordon to Brandon Arconato. He led all receivers with 148 yards in this score. We had a 2-score game. Stanford now looking for the response, but Mills is going to get intercepted by Skylar Thomas. The Cougs would get him twice in the fourth quarter. Both times it set up points. Their offense unstoppable tonight. Gordon swings it out to his roommate, Max Borghi. One of 2 touchdowns for him, and the Cougars roll. 49-22 the final tonight. Gordon with a monster game. 520 yards and 5 touchdowns. Breaks the single-season Cougar touchdown mark in a single season with 39. Alyssa Charleston was in Pullman with the victorious Cougars.
Keith, this win feels a little sweeter because it was a blowout win in a sold-out Martin Stadium for a Cougars team that we know has seen some serious highs and lows this season. But it got close in that third quarter. The Cardinal were within 3, and those games have not fared well this season for the Cougs. But 2 key turnovers on defense, an 83-yard kick return by Travell Harris, and a record-setting night for Anthony Gordon were all huge in a landslide victory over Stanford tonight.
I thought that was flipped the entire momentum of the game. Goes to show that all 3 sides of the ball are very important, and Coach Brock harps on it all the time. Special teams can make or break a game, and I think Travell really opened up the game with that kick return.
No question about it. I thought that was huge. I thought the turnovers, I mean, there was a point in the game there that the most important thing about it was it took Stanford out of 2 drives.
The energy was crazy. You know, our sideline was crazy on all 3 phases. You know, our specialists were out there screaming their heads off all across the board. People were just, there was so much energy on the sideline, and then getting the crowd involved into it when the defense was on that's really amazing.
Every player we talked to after the game said the same thing. The energy was just different on the sideline and on the field tonight. And that's what they've been searching for all season long. So good for them to see that. And they need another win if they want to be bowl eligible. They get Oregon State at home next week in their final home game of the season here in Martin Stadium. Good thing running back Max Borghi already said guaranteed they're going bowling. So we'll see if we can hold them to it next week. For now, reporting in Pullman with the Cougs, Alyssa Charleston, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Alyssa. Just 1 win left to go for the Cougars. They're back home again next week. They host a much improved Oregon State team. They actually beat Arizona State tonight. Kickoff coming up at 6 next Saturday.